The Seattle Mariners are a legendary franchise who've had so many Hall of Famers come through their team at one time or another. They hold the wins record. Technically, they're tied, I'm pretty sure, with the Cubs from 19 whatever. But still, a team that has the wins record, has so many legendary players, but still has not been able to win a World Series in real life, which I think is just crazy that they still have not won one with how good they've been in the last 25 years. They've got, and it's funny, they only have one 100-win season, and it was that season that they broke that record, or tied it, whatever. But today we are here to go ahead, bring some of those legendary players back to see if they can help this team win the World Series now, in this time, and help this franchise out. Cal Big Dumper is still going down. My God, they're killing him. Well, you get my point. But yeah, hopefully we can go ahead, win 5 or 6. We've got some humongously legendary players coming through. If you guys like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It means a lot to my editor and I. We are very close to 500, and we would love to get there by the end of the summer, but time is running out. So if you guys want to be part of that first 500, please drop a subscription down below. But without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's get into the first year. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. The team is in a good spot. They could be doing better, but they could be doing a lot worse. They're currently 3.5 games ahead, 57 and 40. No all-star starters, but Brian Wu is here. Brian Wu, go check out what he did to deserve being here. Tuesday's video. So go watch that one if you don't know why he's here. Andres Munoz is also here. Do we have anyone else? Who was that at first? Josh Naylor. Anybody? J-Rod is here. Alright, the team is doing well enough. Hopefully they can hold on strong and make it to the playoffs in their first year. Alright, they finished 92-70. They don't get a bye, but they do make it as the 3 seed. No award winners, no league leaders or anything like that. But how did the guys do? 4-7 from Naylor, 4-6 from J-Rod, 3-3 from Big Dumper, 2-9 from Brendan Donovan, 2 from Taylor Ward, 1-1 from Randy Arozarena. Emerson Hancock had the most wins on our team. Crazy. 48 saves out of Andres Munoz. 4-6 from Wu, 3-6 from Kirby, 2-8 from Gilbert, 2-6 from Hancock, 1-7 from Miller. Spear with a 1-6, Munoz with a 1-4, Ferrer with a 1-3, Matt Brash with a 1-1. So the pitching staff did come through. The pitching staff did show up. Boston in the first round. And they're going to knock us out. Alright, that sucks. Let's go at our first player. I think it's a player you guys might know. Alright, you guys probably guessed who it was, but it is Ken Griffey Jr., arguably one of, if not the greatest Mariner of all time. Spent some time in Cincinnati. I think if he stayed in Seattle for this part of his career, he would go down as like the undisputed GOAT. But he's got to kind of battle it out with Randy Johnson for Mariners GOAT at this point. But I think it goes to Griffey. Absolute beast. He's going to hold it down in center. J-Rod's going to play right. So, yeah, our outfield's looking a little bit better. Hopefully, we can get further in this postseason. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. We are exactly 1 game better. Ken Griffey has 30 home runs. Good for him. Solid year from him so far. We're still 4.5 games ahead, which is great. Griffey's out in center. Kirby. Big Dumper's an all-star. Brian Wu. The team's doing well. They're doing what we need them to do. Big Dumper, I'm surprised he's here. Anyone else from our team? Maybe J-Rod out in right field. Griffey, we saw. J-Rod also. Wow, he's not doing well, though. Alright, let's finish out this year. Hopefully we can get a bye this time around. That would be nice. Alright, we finished 98 and 64. And we get a bye. We are the 1 seed. I was not expecting that. George Kirby, Brian Wu had hell of a year from both of them. Griffey, J-Rod, both did very well as well. Gilbert won a Cy Young. Griffey wins a Hank Aaron and an MVP. Hitting 295 with 55 home runs, which is funny because that's pretty similar to his stat line when he won it in real life. So shout out Ken Griffey Jr., absolute beast. 11-2 out of him. Dumper with a 7-2, 3-3 from J-Rod, 2-9 from Cole Young, 2-7 from Brendan Donovan. Canzone with a 2-3, Naylor with a 2, and a 1 from JP Crawford. Let's see, 45 saves out of Andres Munoz. Not bad. 5-4 from Kirby, 4-6 from Gilbert, Wu with a 3-2, 2-2 from Bryce Miller, 1-3 from Munoz, 1-2 from Spear, 1-1 from Edward Bizardo. So let's see. Playoff time. Who are we going to be taking on? The Yankees. Going to knock them out nice and easy. Toronto, just like real life, they beat us. They just absolutely swept us this time around. So let's go at our next player. You're probably going to be able to guess who it is. All right, if your guess was Randy Johnson, you would be correct. One of the scarier pitchers of all time. Why does this only have 3 pitches on him? I don't know. He throws 5 pitches on his other cards. I don't know why this one throws 3. One of the scariest pitchers to face. Everyone has a scary story. It's like facing a boss every time you face him. My favorite, I normally don't do stuff like this. My favorite story of Randy Johnson is when someone asked him if he owned like guns, and he said, "No, but I do have a bucket of baseballs next to my bed." And I think that pretty much sums him up perfectly. Once killed a bird midair. If Shitty Editor can find the clip, he'll put it up. But yeah, one of the scariest pitchers of all time. Hopefully he can come in here and just absolutely dominate. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. The addition of Randy Johnson has not brought us good fortune. Griffey's still doing a job. But we're getting worse. We're 55 and 42, and I don't know if that means this is more of our baseline and we were getting lucky the first couple of years, or what it is. Randy Johnson's having a great year, though. Andres Munoz also having a great year. Who else do we have? Who else? We have to have someone else here. Griffey, we saw already. No J-Rod. I feel like that might be the problem, is our pitching and J-Rod just aren't doing as well as they could be. So hopefully they can turn it on for the second half of the season and maybe help us get our first World Series. Alright, 99 and 63. So we finish off better, which is a good sign. Randy Johnson had a phenomenal year. Griffey also had a phenomenal year. Good job from him. Randy with a Cy Young. Griffey with a Hank Aaron. Griffey with an MVP. Randy third for the Cy Young. Had a phenomenal season. Let's see, how did the rest of the team do? 12-6 from Griffey. Dumper with a 3-2. Cole Emerson 2-7. Canzone 2-4. 2-2 from Taylor Ward. 1-7 from Naylor. 1-2 from Brendan Donovan. J-Rod had a negative .2 and was not playing the entire season. That is not a good sign. It looks like they had Luke Raley playing a little bit of right. Probably a little bit of Canzone and Ward out there in right field, which is not ideal. 46 saves out of Munoz. Randy had a 7 WAR. 4 from Gilbert, 3-4 from Wu, Hancock with a 2-7, 2-3 from Kirby, 1-9 from Bryce Miller. Let's get to the playoffs. We should hopefully get further this time around. Tampa. Wow, we lost to Tampa. We blew 2 straight games. Andres Munoz blew one of those games. Alright, let's go at our next player. Should be another player you guys can guess. Alright, if you were going to guess Ichiro Suzuki, you'd be correct. I think he's one of the only people, if not the only, to win Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same year. Absolute stud for the Mariners when he was there. Yeah, he's in right field. J-Rod, unfortunately, he's going to have to slide over to left. But hopefully this is enough to finally make it to the World Series. Alright, Home Run Derby. We are stepping into elite status. Jonathan Aranda. Have a season, man. I mean, shout out to Jonathan Aranda. Channel legend last year. Griffey's here, Ichiro's here, Big Johnson is here. Anyone else from the team? Andres Munoz, he's down there. No Dumper. No Naylor, no one at second, no one at third, no one at short. J-Rod is out and left, though. We'll take that. Griffey and then Ichiro. Only hitting 277. He does have a lot of home runs, so I might lower his power. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But, yeah. Alright, we get our first 100-win season going, 101 and 61. Good enough for the 1 seed. Big Johnson, Brian Wu both had great years. Ichiro had a great year. Wu gets a Cy Young. Griffey wins an MVP. No Rookie of the Year for Ichiro. Finishes second. He had 23 home runs. I am going to lower his power down to the 40s. I just kind of wanted to see if it would be accurate, but it's not. It's not. He only hit 293, though. That's also inaccurate, though. 8-3 from Ichiro, 8-1 from Ken Griffey, Dumper with a 3-8, 2-6 from Brendan Donovan, 2-3 from Naylor, 1-7 from Rodriguez, and a 1 from Canzone. The team is not performing. The team is not performing whatsoever. 21 wins out of Brian Wu, have a year. 41 saves from Andres Munoz. It's already looking like Brian Wu is going to be staying up there for a little bit longer for how well he's done. Randy Johnson with a 5-5, 5-3 from Wu, 4-8 from Gilbert, Kirby with a 2-4, Miller with a 1-2, 1-1 from Brash, Hancock, Spear. yeah, playoffs. We need to get it done, please. Athletics. Thank you. Yankees. Thank you. Mets in the World Series. Easy sweep. There we go. We get our first, as we should at this point. Ichiro with the World Series MVP. Griffey with the playoff MVP. He hit 722 in the World Series? Shout out to the GOAT. Shout out to the GOAT, Ichiro. We got our first one, though. I do want to break our record today. So hopefully we can go ahead and do that. Alright, the next player we are adding is Felix Hernandez. One of the players who helped break, I should say, the stigmatism around most wins get Cy Young. He was 13-12 and won a Cy Young, and at the time, that was unheard of. So, yeah, one of the greater pitchers of my generation. Absolutely loved watching him pitch. Threw a no-hitter. I don't remember what year, but I know he threw a no-hitter, and it was really awesome. So, yeah, we're bringing him back. He's going to make this already lethal rotation even better. So, yeah, hopefully he helps us win another World Series. All right, we're at the home run derby. The team is not doing as well as it needs to be. Griffey, only 26 home runs, probably has something to do with it. We're, like I said, 6.5 games ahead is good, but we should be doing better. Griffey, Big Johnson, Felix Hernandez also here. Do we have anyone else? Andres Munoz, pretty much a given at this point. Show me J-Rod? No J-Rod, but Dominic Canzone is here, and Wade Meckler is here, out of all people. Griffey, no Ichiro. Alright, let's finish out the year strong, see if we can go back-to-back. Alright, so we don't get another 100-win season, but we do get 98 wins, which is still very good. We are the 1 seed. Randy Johnson, great year. Griffey, good year, but I feel like Ichiro having a down year is not going to help us. Randy with the Cy Young, Griffey with the Hank Aaron, and an MVP. Great year from him. How did the rest of the guys do, though? 10 from Griffey, Dumper with a 4-1, Ichiro with a 3-6. So his home runs are more accurate, his RBIs are more accurate, but I need him to be hitting 320. I mean, come on. 3-2 from Brendan Donovan, 2-5 from Josh Naylor, 1-2 from Taylor Ward, and a 1-1 from Cole Emerson. J-Rod, man, fall from grace in this game. 45 saves out of Mr. Munoz. 6-6 from Johnson, 5-5 from Hernandez. Gilbert with a 4-5, 2-4 from Wu, 1-2 from Hancock, 1-1 from Munoz. Playoffs, come on, can we go back-to-back? Texas, move over. New York, oh, okay. So we go up 2 and then go down 4 straight. All right. Let's go at our next player and hope that we can make it back to the World Series. All right, the next player I did add is Edgar Martinez. It's funny that a lot of these guys did play on the Mariners at the same time. I think that's funny. Like Martinez, Felix, I'm pretty sure, not Felix, Randy Johnson, Ichiro, I'm pretty sure was there in the not early 90s, but like mid 90s. Griffey was there, late 80s, early 90s. So it's kind of funny that they're all here at the same time. I did move Josh Naylor to second base. I kind of just want to see what happens. I don't know. I thought it'd be funny. So yeah, let's see if this helps us win more ball games. All right, home run derby. We are officially absolutely disgusting. Edgar Martinez is here. Ken Griffey's here. Both of them doing a job. We are currently 71-26, which is good enough for first place by 16.5 games. Griffey, Hernandez, Martinez. No Randy Johnson, a little bit concerning. No Munoz, also a little bit concerning. Edgar's here. Wait, hold on. Was Josh Naylor? No, Josh Naylor's not at second. Would have been funny. No J-Rod, Griffey. Ichiro's here. Hitting 340. That's more like it. Okay. Let's finish out the year strong. See if we can go get our second World Series. All right, we're finally back. We finished with 116 wins. Tie the record. Big Felix had a great year. Munoz led the league in saves. Edgar Martinez had a great year. Griffey as well. Ichiro as well. Did Edgar Martinez win a Triple Crown? Felix with the Cy Young. Martinez, Hank Aaron, MVP, batting title, Triple Crown. That is crazy. That I was not expecting whatsoever. But yeah, we'll take that. 352. You know, it's funny. That's not even his best mark. His best mark is 356. As crazy as that does sound in this 1995 season. So yeah, good year for the guy. See how the rest of the team did. Let's see. 10-2 from Griffey, 9-2 from Edgar, Ichiro with a 6-4, 4-6 from Donovan, Dumper with a 3-9, J-Rod with a 3-5, 2-3 from Emerson, 2-2 from Crawford, 1 from Canzone and Taylor Ward. Pitching-wise, the guys did what they needed to. 49 saves out of Munoz. Will definitely get the job done. 6-8 from Hernandez. 6 from Randy. 5-1 from Gilbert. 2-9 for Wu. Kirby with a 1-8 and a 1-3 from Emerson Hancock. So we've got Cock and Johnson on the team. If that's not a World Series winning team, I don't know what is. Rays. Oh, I was going to say, no way they got us again. Yankees, come on. Thank you. Padres in the World Series. And they're going to beat us in the World Series. We go 3 straight games without a single run. With the lineup we have. SDS, I'm sorry, you guys need to lock the fuck in. That is not possible. Respectfully, that is not possible. Let's go at our next guy. This is slowly turning into a disappointment. The next player we are adding is Kazuhiro Sasaki. He only pitched for 4 years in the MLB, all with Seattle, and it did lead him to be the all-time leader in saves, which I think is crazy that the all-time leader in saves for the Mariners is 129. I thought they would have someone else that was better than that by now, but yeah. Andres Munoz slides over to the relief pitcher arsenal, and so does Bryce Miller, which will probably spell the end of his time in the majors, but who knows. Yeah, hopefully Big Kaz can go ahead and help us out. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. Griffey is here doing a job. We like that. The team's doing well. 68-29 is not a bad spot to be in. Randy, Edgar, Ken, Felix Hernandez is also here. Kaz is here. Edgar we saw. Anyone else we didn't see? No J-Rod. That is actually getting really concerning. Ken Griffey. And no Ichiro. That is also very concerning. Alright, let's finish out the year. Hopefully make it back to the playoffs. Alright, we finished 107-55, which is a great year. Randy Johnson had a phenomenal year. Ken Griffey, Ichiro. Let's see what the rest of the guys did. Johnson with the Cy Young. Thumper, J-Rod, Ichiro win Gold Gloves. Johnson wins an MVP. Suzuki. Ichiro with the batting title. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit tired. He had 346, which is still not his best mark, which I think is just crazy. 8-1 from Griffey, Ichiro with a 6-7, 6-1 from Edgar, 4 from J-Rod, Thumper with a 3-9, 3-2 from Donovan, 1-1 from JP Crawford, 43 saves out of Kaz. Let's see, 8-1 from Randy, 6-4 from Felix, 2-9 from Logan Gilbert, 2-5 for Wu, Kaz with a 1-2, Kirby with a 1-1. Playoffs, come on. We need to win another World Series here. Toronto. Oh my fucking god. What is with this constant win the first 2 and then lose 3 straight in the divisional series? Every single time. It's like probably 50% of the time that's the outcome. Or it's you go up 2, lose 2 and then win game 5. There's never any win 1, lose 1, win 1, win 1. Win 1, lose 1, lose 1, win 1, win 1. It's like it's always the same thing. It's so fucking scripted. Like, please SDS. Alright, this might be a slightly controversial pick, but we're going to add Alex Rodriguez, a.k.a. Aroyd, to the team. He was an absolute dog with Seattle, but obviously he's more well-known as a Yankee and being a juice head. So, yeah, hopefully he can come in here, do a job for us. Was very good with the Mariners, and we needed a shortstop. So, yeah, hopefully he can help us. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. The team isn't doing as well as it should be. Griffey is here. I mean, Griffey's been our absolute beast of a center fielder. He will be going up on the wall at some point. Griffey, A-Rod, Felix, and Edgar all here. No Randy, which is a little bit scary. No Kaz, which is a little bit unfortunate. Edgar is here, though. A-Rod is here. J-Rod is here. Griffey's here. No Ichiro. Ichiro, I feel like he doesn't make it here because he only has like 3 home runs by the All-Star break, but it is what it is. Let's finish out the year and hope that we can win another World Series. We only have 1, and I thought we were going to honestly have 7 or 8 at this point, but it is what it is. Finished 107-55. Not bad. Not bad whatsoever. But the regular season doesn't matter. We know that. Randy Johnson had a great year. Felix had a great year. A-Rod had a great year as well. He won a batting title. Felix wins a Cy Young. A-Rod wins a Hank Aaron and an MVP and a batting title. No Triple Crown. I think he lost it by 1 home run to Griffey, which is unfortunate, but that's all right. He did have an amazing year. 11 from A-Rod, 8-7 from Griffey, 7-7 from Edgar, Ichiro with a 4-7, 4-6 from Dumper, J-Rod with a 4-2, 1-7 from Ward, 1-2 from Brendan Donovan. Great year from the guys. Kaz with 40 saves. Needs to be a little bit better. That's all right. An 8 from King Felix, 5-1 for Randy, 3-4 for Gilbert, Woo with a 3-2. Yeah, only 4 of our guys are here. That's not ideal. Playoffs, come on, we need to get it done again. Cleveland should be easy. Oh my god. Chicago should be extremely easy. Come on. Thank you. Dodgers are going to beat us. Never mind, we sweep them. We sweep them. We almost lost to the Guardians, but we destroy the Dodgers. Okay. Edgar wins a World Series MVP and playoff MVP. Shout out to Big Edgar. Yeah, you did a job. Alright, the next player we are adding is JJ Putz, who is very good in his time in Seattle. This is his second appearance in this series. We did use him with the Diamondbacks. But he is back here again. He's 3rd all-time for saves for the Mariners with like 109, I think. 101. Okay, 101. Edwin Diaz is actually in 2nd, which I think is funny. He was only there for like 3 years. But yeah, JJ Putz is going to be here. Hopefully this is good enough to go ahead and win our 3rd World Series. He's 3rd all-time for saves for the Mariners with like 109, I think. 101. Okay, 101. Edwin Diaz is actually in 2nd, which I think is funny. He was only there for like 3 years. But yeah, JJ Putz is going to be here. Hopefully this is good enough to go ahead and win our 3rd World Series. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. Griffey's here, A-Rod's here. Do we have anyone? Who do we have in the Home Run Derby? Or the All-Star Game, I mean. Randy, Edgar, A-Rod, Griffey. Not bad. Not bad at all. We're missing some guys, but that's okay. Kaz is here. Edgar's here, we saw. Anyone else? A-Rod we already saw. J-Rod is down there at the bottom. That's nice. Griffey. No Ichiro. That's really concerning that Ichiro has not been an All-Star in a while. But let's finish out the year and see if we can make it back to the World Series. Alright, we once again finished 116 and 46. Great year. Felix, phenomenal. Randy, phenomenal. J-Rod, great year. A-Rod, great year. Kaz wins delivery, man. Felix wins a Cy Young. Alex Rodriguez wins an MVP. Good work for the guys. Let's see. 9-8 from Griffey. A-Rod with an 8-7. 4-4 from J-Rod. Edgar only a 4. 3-9 from Dumper. Ward with a 3-9. 2-3 from Brendan Donovan. Why is Ichiro only getting 46 at-bats? SDS. SDS. I'm talking to SDS specifically. What is wrong with you guys? He has maxed out everything except for power. Everything's maxed out. Why is he not fucking playing? Who do they even have playing right field? Taylor Ward? Dominic Canzone with his 0 fucking WAR? Or his 0.1 WAR? No, it was Taylor Ward. Why is Ichiro not playing? SDS, please fix your game. Please fix your game. 52 saves out of Kaz. 6-4 from Randy. Felix with a 5-9. 5-4 from Gilbert. Will with a 3-1. 2-7 for Kirby. 1-7 from Putz. 1-5 from Kaz. And Munoz with a 1. Playoffs. Can we get another World Series in here? Yankees. No. Alright, nice. Alright, the last hitter that we are adding is Kyle Seager. I had a tough decision to make here, but I think Seager, he did spend the most time with Seattle. I don't know, it was really a toss-up between him and like Raul Ibanez, but we really needed a 3rd baseman, so Kyle Seager is here. I did move Josh Naylor back to 1st. Brendan Donovan goes to 2nd. This team needs to win a World Series, or I'm actually gonna like email SDS because this is ridiculous. All right, Home Run Derby time. The team is doing well. Ken Griffey's here. Edgar is here. Yeah, 15.5 games ahead. We're not gonna look at all the All-Stars. You guys can see who's here. Griffey, Ichiro's finally back. Edgar, Randy, A-Rod. I'm not gonna go through it all. Let's just get to the playoffs and hopefully finally win another World Series. Alright, we shattered the wins record. We went 119. See how the guys did. Randy had a great year. Logan Gilbert had a great year. Griffey, Ichiro, doing the things we need them to do. Randy Johnson wins a Cy Young. Griffey and Ichiro win Gold Gloves. Hank Aaron goes to Griffey. Randy wins an MVP again. Edgar wins a batting title. Great year from these two. Wow, did they have a great year. Let's see how the rest of the guys did. Edgar had a great year from what I'm seeing. 12-7 from Griffey. A-Rod with an 8-9. 8-3 from Ichiro. Edgar with an 8. 6-7 from Kyle Seager. Naylor with a 5-3. I moved him back to first. He plays a little bit better defense than Edgar, which allows him to just DH. So, what kind of DH? Thumper with a 4-8. J-Rod with a 3. 1-6 from Brendan Donovan. 39 saves out of JJ Putz. Okay, so he's the one closing it down. 8-7 from Randy. 6-8 from Felix. 4-9 from Gilbert. Kirby with a 3-1. 1-6 from Putz. Wu with a 1-3. Good all-around year. We need to get it done in the playoffs, so that's all that matters. There we go. We win against the Yankees. Rays should be light work, but of course it's not going to be because SDS is genuinely brain dead. Alright, and the last player we are adding is the oldest player to play in an MLB game, Jamie Moyer. At least I'm pretty sure it was him at the ripe old age of 49 with the Colorado Rockies. It's funny, he didn't even start his Seattle career until he was 34, and it was his best stretch of time. He pitched here for 11 years from the age of 34 till the age of 33, sorry, until the age of 43. Yeah, he was pretty good. Was he the greatest of all time? No, he threw slow as hell, but he made it work, so hopefully he can do a job for us. Alright, we skipped the All-Star break because our team's insane. We know that. That doesn't matter. Regular season does not matter. Brian Wu had a perfect season. Amazing. Griffey had a great year. We kind of assume that at this point. Felix wins the Cy Young. 3 guys won Gold Gloves. Hank Aaron goes to Edgar. Griffey wins an MVP. Ichiro wins a batting title. I'm sorry, Brian Wu had a perfect season. We're gonna start off with that. 21-0. He only probably started about 21 games though. He started 24. Okay, so great year out of him. Who led our team with saves? They split time. 49 total. That's okay, I guess. 6-1 from Felix. Randy with a 5-3. 4-6 from Brian Wu. 3-4 for Gilbert. Jamie with a 2-1. 1-3 from Kirby. 1 from JJ Putz. We need to win a World Series. We've only won 2. And I thought we were going to win 5 or 6, and we're going to get eliminated by Cleveland. Okay, we don't. Kansas City, thank you. San Francisco, move out of the way. Come on. Like, why is the Division Series the hardest series for us to get through? Every time. A-Rod wins World Series MVP and playoff MVP. Alright, so we only win 3. That was extremely disappointing. I thought this would be a team that was going to win 5 or 6, but they disappointed the hell out of me. So, yeah. That being said, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you guys as always for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace.